you are present today. As the Secretary General has just said, the HCHC is a public-private sector model, a PPP model, which brings government and private industry onto one platform and acts as an excellent forum for knowledge sharing, resource sharing, and other interactions. Now, many have got confused. In fact, my own officers in the morning were saying there's a hackathon today, but it's not a hackathon. We have just named it HACK. It is Hyderabad Annual Cyber Security Knowledge Summit. Hackathon is something which is different. So this is one of the signature events we want to continue in the city of Hyderabad. Basically, HCHC is planning to increase its membership base so that we have enough resources to conduct 5 signature events every year. One is the Cyber Security Summit. The second is the Women's Safety Summit, which we call the STREE Summit. Then the Narcotics Summit, Anti-Narcotics Summit, Traffic Summit, and Security Summit. So these are the 5 signature events we want to conduct every year. And I request the HCHC Secretariat to be strengthened so that it is officer-free. Even if the Commissioner of Police, as chairman, doesn't take interest, the HCHC should be in a position to carry it on. Coming to the topic today of cybercrime, there is no doubt that this is the biggest threat to governments, to businesses, and to individuals, as you have all just outlined. Hackers can take anyone to ransom and hold them hostage, as has been just outlined. Organizations can be hijacked, they can be brought down to their knees through ransomware and other tactics. And we saw very recently Telangana police websites also being hacked into, and what trouble it created. Cyber bullies can intrude into our private lives and make life miserable. We've heard of so many suicides following the loan frauds and the other sextortions which have been taking place. Now, what is the root cause of all this? It is this, our cell phones. They have become nuisances, in fact. It is something which we can't live without, but it is also threatening our existence. Because maybe times will come when we will go back to those old Dabba phones, Nokia ones, where we'll say, okay, at least we are able to speak to each other but not get threatened. Is the day coming? AI experts? That's why she's safe. But let me tell you, we in the police force, earlier in the 90s, 80s, 90s, early 2000, we used to have our weapons with us because we were facing the Naxal issue, and we just, even under the pillow, our revolvers and pistols used to be kept. Now they are all gone. Now it is this. Without this, I am a failure as an officer. Because if I don't pick up the phone of the Honorable Chief Minister or the Honorable IT Minister, then he feels that I'm not very responsive. Similarly, I would treat my officers the same way. The only thing I've said, please answer your phone, even at the dead of night, because I won't call you just like that. So this has become a necessary evil, and we need to live with it. Crime data of the country shows a 24% increase in cybercrime in 1 year, in 2023, which compared to economic offences, which increased only by 11%, crime against women increased by only 4%, you see this substantial jump. This is a figure which I don't really trust, because in our investigations, we have seen many cases in especially northern Indian states are never even registered. People go to the station and they give a complaint, and if it's a cybercrime, they just keep the paper with them because they don't even understand what it means. They don't have the software nor the tools which many of the southern states and other progressive states are having. So this, I would say this is not 24%, but it must be 50%. Then we have 36 types of modus operandi, types of cybercrimes, and 25 of them are frequently repeated. You must have heard of data frauds, dating frauds, custom frauds, investment frauds, gaming frauds, honey traps, extortions. loan frauds, lottery frauds, OTP, SIM swapping, trading, visa and job frauds and whatnot. These are only increasing by the day. The latest one is the digital arrest. In fact, the Honorable Prime Minister spoke about it just last week, and I must tell you, people who heard that were able to prevent their own digital arrest. I know of a doctor couple who lost 3 crores 20 lakhs just last week. Both of them highly educated, highly qualified, working in a big hospital here. But the poor lady was threatened to such an extent that she believed what was happening was true. And later, when the husband, by the time the husband interfered, and they had already lost 3 crores. There was another golfer friend who went missing from 5 a.m. in the morning. The family thought he must be playing golf in HGA. But later he didn't answer his phone till 10 o'clock. And they got worried, they started calling me. And they got really worried, they went onto the roads, I had to alert the concerned police station. Finally, he called them back at 10:30 saying, I'm okay, it's just that someone threatened me and I transferred so much of money. Later, when they came to the cybercrime TS, realized it was a case of digital arrest. So these are highly educated, qualified, successful businessmen and IT professionals who are getting trapped in this. So what is the issue here? It is not about education. It is not about, it is just about awareness on how to tackle the situation. I have some figures for you. The teams which went to Rajasthan recently caught 28 of cyber criminals in a operation which lasted about 15 days. Now, out of those, they had 243 cases all over India, 28 in Telangana and 15 in Hyderabad city. Another operation was conducted in Gujarat, and 36 of them were arrested. They had 983 cases all over India, 20 in Hyderabad city. Now, one must realize the difficulties which the police faces in investigating these crimes. It was just discussed in the panel, but I would like to go into a little depth of that. First of all, these crimes are committed from remote locations. As I just said, remote areas of Rajasthan, remote areas of Gujarat, and there our teams leave, they get some digital prints, they get some evidence, they get the locations, and then they leave. But once they are there, they are faced with the entire village coming on to them. These guys are locked up in those villages, in those houses, and once they know that a police party has come from Telangana, all of them gang up, the ladies are put in front, and then just to arrest one cyber criminal, it takes so much of effort. In fact, in the last raid party which went to Gujarat, I had to speak to the IG and the concerned SPs. The DCP crime had to speak to the concerned SPs to get this arrest done, because there were huge crowds there attacking our officers. Then there is local opposition from the leaders, the politicians. They have nothing to do with Telangana. They say these are our voters, you please don't touch them. We have to produce them in the local courts. Then we have to take care of them. There should be no death in our custody. There should be nothing happening. They have to be brought all the way from Jaipur and Jodhpur, all the way back to Hyderabad. That PT warrants have to be taken. They have to be produced in the court here. Then they have to be remanded. They come out in a few days, and then we don't know where they go. So that is the true story of what is happening. So we don't see the logical conclusion unless the other state, we inform the states where the cases are there. If they are interested, they come, they take them on PT warrants and go back. So these are the difficulties. I would like all of you to appreciate the difficulty and why we are not able to control this and why it is exponentially increasing, this crime of cybercrime, because it has become so safe and easy to do. The Hyderabad City Police has been able to freeze 73 crores and refund 38.5 crore in this year alone. Now, interrogating these criminals, one thing has come forth. And this is point to ponder. That is, they are saying, we are educated, we are engineers, we are this and that, but we have no job to do. Now, do we relate this to the larger issue of unemployment in our country and our education system not able to produce youth who are able or fit for that type of employment? The HCLC believes in comprehensive approach in all its forums. The Cyber Security Forum is particularly active in educating the public, creating awareness, and it has reached 3 lakh people online. Today we are launching the I Am Ready campaign, which has 3 components. First is the use of strong passwords. Second one is to enable multi-factor authentication. And the third one is to stay informed. We all need to take this pledge seriously and operation from today onwards. In the end, I would like to thank the sponsors who have come forward. Without their help, we will not be able to do these type of events. I thank the organizing committee of Santosh, Seema, Anandita, Najam and Kavita for putting in all the hard work. And I welcome you once again to this Hack Summit 2.0. I request all of you to attend all the sessions. It's going to be very, very educative. And I I inform you that this is going online and you will be able to watch this on YouTube and other social media. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for that insightful and motivating address. Now I would like to invite on stage our keynote speaker, Shri Brijesh Singh, IPS Additional DGP, Government of Maharashtra, to address the audience.
Honorable Chief Guest, Sridhar Babu sir, Commissioner of Police, Anand sir, Shikha Madam, Vikram, colleagues and friends. Times have really changed. Somebody came to my office the other day and he said that he met a beggar on the street. And the beggar asked him for some money and this person said that I don't have money. He says, wait, I have a solution. Precisely for people like you, I have a QR code. Now listen, this is enablement. This is enablement which has gone even to the level of beggars. And how has society changed? Now in this huge enablement, in the last 10 years, everything has been either decentralized, dematerialized or digitized. So your identity, your location, your money, everything is just digital today. Now this has, while it has given rise to this huge enablement, it has also created a huge cybercrime ecosystem. Shikha Madam in her presentation told that the cybercrime economy across the world is getting to $10 trillion. That is, double of India's GDP. That is the 3rd largest economy GDP in the world. Now, crime has never been so successful in the history of humanity. And this is a time when we need to seriously sit down and tackle this menace. There are various problems. There is jurisdictional arbitrage. A crime is happening at many places. Money flits from various accounts. And that kind of coordination between good people doesn't happen. So bad people can coordinate in real time. But good people, if you want to get any information from any social media platform, try it. Every day I get calls from some other state police. Do you know this nodal? Can you put in a word? Why do you need to put in a word? If, for investigation, for a sovereign function of the state, certain information is required, it should be the bounden duty of that platform to give that information. If that information is regarding my citizen, then that platform is bounden to give that information. Now, these are the things which need to be fixed. The governance of internet is broken. So, when the internet started, it started with this, idea of laissez-faire, of 230C of the Communications Decency Act of US, wherein platforms had no responsibility. In 2021, India came up with, Digital Media Intermediary Guidelines and Ethics Code. Even with that, the compliance from social media platforms and apps regarding information for law enforcement investigations is not up to the mark. And it becomes a huge impediment. See, apart from that, I think Bala was talking about, information interchange between various kinds of intermediaries. Let's say there's a number which is committing fraud. So if that number is instantly shared across all wallets, all platforms, everybody, then they would be able to stop payments. See, 1930 is doing a wonderful job. But there are things to solve there also, because accounts are frozen. Then to defreeze, you have to come up with a particular mechanism wherein people are not affected. So today is a time when we are facing a pandemic which is much larger than COVID, and that pandemic is of cybercrime. As this digital enablement grows, this Samudra Manthan is going to happen. Attackers versus defenders. That while Amrit is going to come out, the poison is also going to come out. And as society, we need to sit, as humanity, we need to sit together and discuss this. The UN doesn't have still a cybercrime convention. The ad hoc committee of the United Nations has submitted a draft cybercrime convention. I think that should go through, because earlier we had a Budapest convention, which is broken, which does not work, because there are two parts to it. India did not sign because in the second part, the West is trying to teach us democracy. The largest functioning democracy of the world, you come and try and teach us democratic principles under the name of Cybercrime Convention. That's odd. So, also if you look at the governance of Internet, it's lopsided. And it needs to have the aspirations of, billions of people who are in this part of the world. I also believe that the wonderful example of Telangana police, where they've shown serious commitment to build capacity and capability both, and the way industry responds to their call. Look at you all have come here at their call, and the openness they have shown to interact with you, to learn from you, to take solutions from you. And we have wonderful talent here. I have worked with Prasad Pativanla, I have worked with Krishna Shastri. Krishna Shastri, we were working on the Cosmos case, and the case was so complex that there were 20,000 transactions in 29 countries in 2.5 hours. Right? Across the world. And we were investigating this case. The attacker was so smart that he had taken away all, he or she, PK would, not agree to bias here. And the attacker was so smart that he was sitting on the system for months and he had cleaned out everything when he went back. But Shastri was able to pull out the binary from the memory and recreate it. So it was an amazing piece of investigation. And it's very world-class investigation. So our capabilities, our capacities are amazing. It's that we should collaborate. Professor PK was saying about academia. I think this needs to be formalized now. That there has to be a formal aspect that wherein law enforcement, industry can go to academia and tell them that, hey, look, we have this serious problem. Because as technology increases, everything is going to change. See, there's a variable called Strava, which gave away the location of secret CIA bases because the data was breached. See, I'm wearing this, health ring. It has so many sensors, there's so much data about me. Now, tomorrow, if the data is breached, somebody would know everything about me, my health status, my heartbeat for every minute for the last 1 month. So it's dangerous. It's getting into real serious territory. The Data Protection Act, which India has enacted, is a good, serious step towards that. The implementation of that really needs to be seen. That what was talked about as a culture of privacy, that should be built by default. I also believe that government has its role and people have their role too. So by being cyber aware, by practicing proper cyber hygiene, you can literally be protected from 70 to 80% of the cyber threats. If you just follow basic cyber hygiene. The government will do its own, police will do its own, but the first job for you is to be aware and to protect yourselves. I am really thankful that I was
I would like to request our chief guest, sir, to launch the videos.
Sir, we've, as someone said, no publicity is enough. No, we cannot do enough awareness programs. We've created a couple of videos that we would like for you to launch virtually. There is no gesture here other than, we'll imagine that you're doing something virtually here. It's a virtual launch. So if you don't mind, can you please play the videos, please?
Hello.
Hello, is this Miss
Yes, speaking.
9449?
Yes, that's my Aadhaar card number. Who's speaking?
Ma'am, this is a call from Customs Duty Office.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, we have received a package with your address and we have found narcotics inside. A criminal case will be lodged under your name. As you know, it's a non-bailable offense.
What? A criminal case? I don't know anything about it. Sir, how do I come out of it?
There is a way, ma'am. I can try to remove your name from the consignment. But to convince other authorities, you need to pay 2 lakh rupees.
2 lakhs? Why not 4 lakhs?
What? This is serious, ma'am.
I don't get scammed. This is a courier service fraud scam. The scammer plays on fear of authority. Fake customs officers will scare you with criminal cases. Don't fall for such scams. Be aware.
దాన్ని ఒక 4 days లో 10 lakhs ఏమన్నా అరేంజ్ చేయగలవా? కొంచెం అర్జెంట్.
ఎందుకే?
మా అమ్మ వాళ్ళకి కావాలి దన్ను.
పెళ్ళైన గంచిపోయింది కానీ వచ్చింది లేదు.
ఏమైంది అన్ను?
ఏం లేదులే, లైట్ తీసుకో.
నేను ఇన్స్టాంట్ లో మెసేజ్ వచ్చింది కదా, అరగంటలో అమౌంట్ అకౌంట్ లోకి వచ్చేస్తాయా?
నేను గౌతమ్ ని ఇన్స్టాంట్ లోన్ యాప్ నుంచి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. మీ లోన్ అప్రూవ్ అయింది.
ఓకే.
చిన్న ఫార్మాలిటీస్ పూర్తవగానే ప్రాసెసింగ్ ఫీజ్ 50,000 పే చేయాలి. పేమెంట్ లింక్ పంపిస్తున్నాను.
ప్రాసెసింగ్ ఫీ 50,000?
మేడం, మీకు కావాలంటే తక్కువ ప్రాసెసింగ్ ఫీజ్ కూడా ఉంది, కానీ లోన్ అప్రూవల్ కి 2 months టైం పడుతుంది.
వద్దులేండి, ఇదే కానివ్వండి.
మీ లోన్ అప్లికేషన్ 50% కంప్లీట్ అయింది.
Okay.
ఆర్బీఐ గైడ్ లైన్స్ ప్రకారం రిఫండబుల్ అమౌంట్ 30,000 డిపాజిట్ చేయాలి. మీరు కట్టే ఈ 30,000 ఆర్బీఐ నుంచి మళ్ళీ మీకు రిఫండబుల్ అవుతాయి. 10 నిమిషాల్లో మీకు కన్ఫర్మేషన్ వస్తుంది. ఆ తర్వాత మీ అకౌంట్ లో 10 లక్షలు డిపాజిట్ అవుతాయి. ఇది మీలాంటి ఐటీ ఎంప్లాయీస్ కి మాత్రమే. ఇట్స్ అ లీగల్ ప్రాసెస్ మేడం.
నాన్ స్టాప్ కాల్ వెయిటింగ్ ఏంటి?
ఇన్స్టాంట్ లోన్ యాప్ వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడుతున్నా. దాన్ని 50,000 పే చేసిన, ఇంకో రిఫండబుల్ అమౌంట్ 30,000 పే చేసిన అనుకో, 10 నిమిషాల్లో 10 లక్షలు మన అకౌంట్ లోకి డిపాజిట్ అవుతాయి.
ఏంది 10 నిమిషాల్లో 10 లక్షల? ఒకసారి ఫోన్ ఏంటి? హలో హలో, ఫోన్ స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ వస్తుంది.
స్విచ్ ఆఫ్?
ఫోన్ స్విచ్ ఆఫ్.
ఇన్స్టెంట్ లోన్ అంటూ మన ఆర్థిక అవసరాలను ఆసరగా చేసుకుని ఆకర్షణీయమైన ఆఫర్ల పేరిట తక్కువ వడ్డీకే ఎక్కువ రుణం మరియు నో డాక్యుమెంటేషన్ అంటూ స్వాతి లాంటి ఎంతో మంది అమాయకులను సైబర్ కేటుగాళ్లు మోసం చేస్తున్నారు. సైబర్ క్రిమినల్స్ ఎన్ని దారుల్లో మోసాలకు పాల్పడినా వాటన్నింటినీ తిప్పికొట్టే దీటైన బ్రహ్మాస్త్రం 1930. గుర్తుంచుకోండి, టోల్ ఫ్రీ నంబర్ డైల్ 1930.
Yes, sir. Now I'd like to call on the dais our chief guest, Sridhar Babu, sir. He is currently serving as the Minister for Information Technology, Electronics and Communication, Industries and Commerce, and Legislative Affairs in Telangana. Sir, we request you to come and address the...
Very good afternoon to all. I was supposed to say good morning to everybody, and I would like to apologize for the delay. I was stuck in some other government meeting. So very good afternoon to all, and I feel it is a privilege to be here in this Hack 2.0 summit. You know, I consider it as a landmark event, which is bringing a very strong community of leaders, experts, practitioners, the men from academia, and the students who are interested in this cyber security. And I would like to congratulate the team, especially the Cyber Security Council, headed by our dear good friend, Mr. Shekhar Reddy, and also the keen initiative taken by my good friend and the Commissioner of Police, Sri Anand. And here in the days, the senior police officials, Shikha Goyalji, I just heard Mr. Vijay Singh, who is supposed to be a cyber expert. That's what I was told by. And senior officer, Mr. Vikram Singh, Santosh ji, and Kavita ji, and also a good friend, Mr. Barini Garu, who is also a very great expert in the cyber security. I can see many people from the academia, the Vice Chancellor of the Nalsa University, Krishna Devarai Garu, and good friends from different states who are here, who have come here to share their ideas, their suggestions, and their experiences, to see that we shall come out and make a cyber secured nation, and well as your suggestions, your experiences will make our state to shield ourselves from the cyber attacks. And we all see now, right now, cyber security is a buzzword. Many times what we see is not only what we think about cyber security, and everybody knows about cyber security, and nobody would like to literally know about cyber security in the larger go, but we all are a prey at one point of time to this cyber security issues. We do know that it's not a government or an IT issue right now. It is an issue concerning every citizen and every business leader sitting here, every organization and every individual in our state and all through the nation and all through the globe. And as a Minister for IT, as a Minister for Industry, as a Minister from our government, we are here to see and to know what you people speak, what you people indicate us, and over a period of time, how do we emerge as a best state in creating a safe, inclusive, progressive and digital ecosystem in times to come. This is where I am standing here to know the best past experiences, how you faced, and what need to be taken, what action has to be taken, what steps has to be taken, what policy reforms should be taken from our side to make a safe, inclusive, and robust, progressive digital ecosystem. This is where we are placed right now, and we have the best officers sitting on the days, and many officers who are sitting off the days too, who will be hearing many experts till evening, and will try to evaluate what need to be done from our side. As we are moving to age of innovation all the time, and we are also thinking of digital excellence. You know, our state, in times to come, maybe in a shorter time to come, will make totally a digital Telangana. You know, this vision to make a vibrant IT industry fostering job creation, embracing the digital transformation and benefits, sharing the benefits to all citizens, comes the cyber security, which will be the heart of this mission of making our state as a digital excellent state. You know, lots of disruptions takes place over here. Maybe, you know, the man like Sridhar is sitting over here. He was trying to explain, and Mr. Vikram Singh, who is a digital expert over here, sitting over here. But at the same time, the disruption takes place very next second. If you are conceiving a solution right now over here, the next moment some other guy will be trying to disrupt your technology, your innovation, in a more calculative way. So this disruptions, how do you encounter it? How do we take it further? This is a big question what we face. Disruptions in all terms. Like AI is a big disruption in the moving technology. We see the cyber security. There's also all the time disruptions keeps taking place. We see now the quantum. You know, this disrupting technologies, how do we harness? How do we embrace into our system is the main criteria for us. So that's where we have to take all our initiatives and try to harness and embrace all this technology to see our citizen is safe, secured, resilient, and he thrives in this robust framework. This is our goal. So how do we support this cyber security? You know, as we go by, as rightly mentioned by Mr. Singh over here, when we speak about, digital hygiene, we all speak about hygiene. The personal hygiene we take care mostly. And if we see our health, and when it comes to hygiene too, as every day we get used to brush in the morning, try to keep the hygiene at the safest level to see that our health is always at safe. But at the same time, what Mr. Singh was trying to tell, what I could able to really receive is, if we are not able to maintain our digital hygiene, we are prone to attacks. This digital hygiene, try to keep ourselves, try to sensitize ourselves, like, just now we have launched about sensitization ads over here. If we don't sensitize ourselves and try to remain within that given framework, everybody will be prone to these cyber attacks. This is what we were trying to keep abreast of what we would like to do. Is cyber security has such a, the frame which has been made here is Hack 2.0. We have ethical hackers which will be used by our police all the time. How best, in the interest of our society, in the interest of the citizens, maybe the commissioner may be using the ethical hackers. If the ethical hacker becomes unethical, that's where the question is. That's where the point is. And the hacking as such, because I had encountered while I was doing my graduation. A guy who didn't even pass +2. He was doing all the hacking, and he was mentioning that he was doing ethical hacking. So I was just telling him, why don't you finish your +2? And why don't you do your engineering? And he said he is not interested. After a couple of years, after 4 or 5 years or 6 years, most probably after I finished my post-graduation, I met him en route back to Hyderabad from Delhi. I was asking him, what are you doing? Sir, I didn't complete my graduation, but I am working for a multinational organization in Singapore and earning about 1.5 lakh per month. Just imagine it 10, 12 years back. Maybe he's earning maybe his papers will be about 10 lakhs per month this day. Because it's about the intelligence, the algorithm, the framework what he has been created, or the game he has put into this hacking. If that fellow, if he's not been provided a job in a multinational company, if the society wouldn't have recognized, if the government wouldn't have recognized, definitely he would have become an unethical hacker. So there are system lapses over here too, and part of our own governance. So these are all the structural difficulties or the difficulties or what challenges what we face today. The unethical hackers in times and pursuit to make big money, they are into the framework. And I was just told by Ms. Shika Goel that in Telangana, the state of Telangana, in 1 year, as also told by Mr. C.V. Anand, they could be able to get back about 137 crores in a year. So that's a huge amount which many people would have been deceived. Maybe it's 1/4 or half the amount which has been deceived, but this is the highest ever done by our Telangana police. All the credence and, congratulations to the Telangana police which made it happen. So over a period of time, what he was mentioning, Mr. Singh was mentioning and Mr. Anand was mentioning about how much the cyber crime costs comes up to. We can see, I keep reading every day in the newspaper, about 7,000 cyber crimes are reported all through in a day in a nation. Just imagine how the cyber crime costs would have been there. There is exponential increase in cyber crimes, and according to the experts, the people who are sitting over here who shared their ideas, they just tell that over the next 5 years, there is a threat of the cyber crime costs about 10.5 trillion. That will be the huge cost of the cyber crime which will be borne by the business leaders or the citizens or the agencies. We should be aware of it. And keeping all this in view, our government is also very, very serious in terms of curbing this cybercrime. How do we do that? One way is, regulatory practices what we do, like police having a vigilant, robust cyber security team to act. The other way is just like, our Telangana police have done a sensitization program. This is also one of the sensitization program. What I mean to say is to sensitize all our citizens, all our partners of the industry, and all our people to sensitize what is cyber crime, how we can shield ourselves against the cyber crimes. So this sensitization program is a very healthy phenomena which has been taken by our Telangana police and especially by this organization, which they are doing a great job in terms of sensitization. Hyderabad City Security Council, earlier they have done so many programs which I was made to attend. I had a privilege and honor to attend that program too, under the aegis of Mr. Shekhar Reddy as the president. And here I would like to say that, we are here to create a robust cyber security framework. We are doing it and we have to do it more. as the disruption keeps taking place every second, how do we shield? There are so many malwares, so many other issues which we encounter every day. Even now we can see lot many cyber phishing happens in our own phones. And we are so scared. And when the concept of Internet of Things, IoT, has come, so being monitored, ruled, governed, our lives, individual lives have been or governed by IoT. Now it's simple, a small 1-inch machine can hold our lives. Without that we can't move. This Internet of Things is also important for us, but it's like a double-edged sword. You know, technology empowers us, technology always moves ahead to keep us abreast and move and make faster decisions, but at the same time, it also has lot many challenges the other side. So how do we see that this double-edged technology can be really rerouted and harness this technology to make it as a weapon for progress of our humankind? This is a big challenge, and we keep on thinking, we should keep on thinking, we should come out with solutions. And I was just, in the last debate, what I was seeing from the academia professor, that academia should be infused with industry as well as the government as well as with the agencies. I do agree. There is a gap between academia and industry. That's why our government is also stressing the point there should be a connect between academia and the industry and academia and government, so that whatever the academic theories are there, when it is put into practice, what are the real challenges? And when the industry leaders or the governance require some sort of a solutions, when the academia can't provide, there comes interactions and the actions will evolve and we will try to find a solution. Definitely I take it very positive what the professor was initiating about it. And I see lots of convergence has to take place between academia and also the industry. That is where we have found it. And when our Chief Minister was thinking about how do we create employment, that's where we have come up with Skill University, a government-funded, industry-led Skill University. This is first ever the initiative of any government that the academia industry has to get connected. And in the same way, we would like to keep our mechanisms, see that the academia, industry and the government synergize ourselves to see that we progress and our citizens will get the qualitative life in times to come. So there are lot many challenges I can see, there are lot many things we will see, and many such events has to take place. And the Hyderabad City Security Council, which has been doing a very great job. I mean to say they are putting all their efforts, all their energies, and all their finances also into this. Hopefully they'll take it to the next level. And I request all the experts who are sitting here and all the academia professors or the vice chancellors who have come here to take part in this forum, let's come out with some solution for the Telangana state. As such a Telangana police, I being the Minister for State, I'm not boasting about our Telangana police, but they've done a great job in terms of controlling crime, controlling menace, and also in terms of the cyber security, they are ahead in when I compare with, the other parts of our nation. I wish to see, because the efforts, what Mr. C.V. Anand was just telling about the efforts they take in curbing this menace of cybercrime and going to different states and also facing lots of threats, and some point of time the gunshots have also been fired to catch the criminal. So these are all the efforts taken by our Telangana police. to stop the crime and to make this city the most wonderful city with less crime. I can say there is no crime. The crime it happens in the human psyche. With less crime and also a safer city. And due credence to the police making this Hyderabad city as a real global vibrant city, and the efforts made by this Hyderabad City Security Council and their team for organizing this event also. In times to come, till evening, many discussions will be maybe taking place, the healthy discussions, and out of the healthy discussions, we expect the solid answers which many speakers on the days or off the days will be posing questions to control this cyber crimes will evolve, and all the solutions, Telangana state will try to, be the front runner to the solutions what the experts say in times to come. Once again, I thank Hyderabad City Security Council, team Mr. Shekhar Reddy, and especially to the Commissioner C.V. Anand for inviting me over here and to be in midst of the experts, the industry leaders, and academia. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insights and perspectives.